Norway has never made it this far, and one of the only few people that is carrying the whole fucking team is Haaland. And here in the United States, he was never he was not really popularized. Only people who actually watch soccer or football. He's very popular in Europe, obviously. But he's the person who went 12-0 against Honduras himself. He fucking scored 9 goals against Honduras. And I mean, it's very impressive. I mean, despite being Honduras, 9 goals under your name against one whole fucking nation, against 11 players, is insane. I mean, his enormous form took his whole team, his whole nation, all the way to the quarterfinals, and he lost because of certain controversy. Two certain controversies. I mean, you have the cable situation, then FIFA denying it. The fucking censor didn't caught it, but we saw everything in 4K. Fucking Messi threw himself, and then basically a free kick for him. I was so fucking pissed. I was actually at a country club at the time, and I was screaming at the other team, "Bro, you fucking saw this shit?" So it's basically FIFA and Messi just fucking collaborating with each other in 4K as well. And the red card for Switzerland was also bullshit. And it's just so much shit to cover in just one day. So, like, the main controversy is basically this one guy that's basically getting death threats, and he's about to basically give up his citizenship and leave the earth because if you're getting death threats by your whole nation, and, you know, people who are basically love watching the Norwegians, and they're basically looking at one guy basically not doing a cross to the main striker, that being Haaland. I mean, the guy is literally competing in goals with Mbappe, a next level prodigy of the French nation of football. If you're competing with a guy like that, then and if you're not passing the ball, then obviously you're gonna get a lot of hate. It's so bad that the wife has basically left this guy. That's how bad it is. And I'll just say it like this for anyone who's like, you know, pulling up a beer, cracking one open with your pals. If you really are this mad over, I guess, some football, and I just don't know what to say to you. I mean, I can't say that he did it on purpose, or maybe he was just too egotistical. But but I guess to like target him because he couldn't do. I'll put it like this: Haaland basically pushed the guy to the fucking ground. He pushed the English player to the ground. He could have scored that if he didn't push that English player to the ground. A lot of things happened in that one single game. So it's not entirely this Swordlot's guy's fault. And but that cable situation, that shit was bullshit. FIFA coming on saying and dick slapping the whole nations of saying like this didn't happen and we saw everything on 4K. It's just so fucking stupid. I don't know what to say to that, honestly. But here's actually the reason why people got mad because this guy didn't pass the ball to Haaland. It's because people lost money. And when I went to this country bar or like around 4 p.m. One of the people that actually betted money for Haaland to score is actually one of my closest friends. He lost money because he didn't score. And when I'm on Kalshin on Polymarket and I see the chat go fucking, why the fuck didn't Haaland score? I lost money because of you, Sorloth. And I'll tell you this. People who are basically shit-talking Sorloth under that comment section do not understand the validity of the situation. There's so much pressure than just passing a fucking ball. Like, a lot of people's minds when they're in that pitch, millions of things are going on in their head. You cannot tell what the fuck is in that guy's head. It shouldn't equate to like giving up his citizenship and then leaving the fucking Pluto or Mars, right? So here's a real situation. This is happening because people lost money. You don't give a fuck about Norway overpassing the English. You just care about money, right? And a lot of the people who are commenting under Sorlot's Instagram, basically shit talking, giving him the worst shit and the most despicable shit. A lot of those people can't even run a fucking mile. I'm 5'6", And there's a secret. I can only run at 8 minutes, and that's equal to a mile for me. I have so much shit. Like the average man is supposed to run at least 7 to 30 minutes, 7 minutes to 30 seconds. That's a okay mileage. I can't say shit. A lot of those soccer players or football players will fucking destroy me in a mile run. Imagine in a comment section like that, a lot of them probably cannot even run a fucking mile. Or maybe they'll pull a Hail Mary and then fucking. Maybe they can. I don't know. But they most likely cannot dribble a ball like Sorloth. And Sorloth is just a defender for Norway. And by the way, I don't think if Norway overpassed the English, I don't think they would have beaten the Argentinians in the first place. I'm not saying they wouldn't, but I'm saying the probability of the Argentinians being in the finals is already highly probable. So here's my last thing. So when people hear my voice, and they automatically say that this guy's American. You can't do shit in soccer, right? Because in the United States we don't give a fuck about soccer like that. I just divert to the conversation and start saying, well, here's what the Americans have done for like the Olympics. You have a lot of golden medals, silver medals, bronze medals compared to all the other nations in the world. Norway should be proud for being that fucking high up on the list. When was the U.S. ever on the quarterfinals? It was against Mexico in 2002, and that's where the famous saying of like Dos a Cero came from. And it's like a fucking Winter Soldier fucking scene for a lot of Mexicans. Dos a Cero means 2-0. So when the Americans beat against the Mexicans in 2002 in the quarterfinals, or I think it was the knockout stage, somewhere around that at ballpark. But if you're fighting over some fucking sports, you gotta calm the fuck down. And a lot of these Argentinians need to pipe down as well, because a lot of them are not really Argentinian. I see them that they look like me. They're like very Hispanic. They're not really Argentinian. They're like from another Latin American country. And you see, when I was walking around the mall, there was like 4 grown ass men that are like flexing their fucking jerseys. I'm like, bro, pipe the fuck, like, bro, your kids are around, like. It's not that fucking serious, bro. You guys are clearly Mexican. But, anyways, on a positive note, if your nation didn't make it that far on football, they're probably really good at something else. I mean, look at China and India. They have 1 billion fucking people, but look what China has done for the Olympics. They have talent somewhere else. Football is not for everybody. And it's like Trump got shitted on for I guess reversing the red card for Balogun. I think that's his name. So and then he got shitted on, and I guess they got wiped out. The Americans got wiped out. My nation got wiped out, and but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Don't fight over fucking sports. I mean, the NFL is coming up. Hopefully that goes well. It fucking never does, but yeah, stay safe, guys. If your team has made it this far, like in the semifinals, congratulations, even though if you're not in the fucking team. It feels good because even if you're a bandwagoner, I'll kind of accept you because you're like, fuck, you're on my side, you're not on their side. Why the fuck are you with the Spaniards, When I was walking around the mall, I've never saw a Spanish jersey until, like, it was getting closer to the finals. So something's going on.